It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Philadelphia 76ers come in for this one. Welcome to our 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA on a Monday afternoon. Welcome everyone to the broadcast table. Chris Webber to my right, Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan and David Aldridge on our sideline. Look at the Mavericks. This is a team in great mid-season form right now. A lot of things going right.
You know, right now, Dallas, it's been a nice run they're on to start the season, especially when you compare it to the way it ended just a year ago.
Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Robin Lopez. Grant is out there with Seth Curry. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Zeller in at the 4 spot. Now here's Curry. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Chris, looking at the year so far, teams that made big changes in the offseason starting to develop now some chemistry.
Well, it takes some time, especially if the acquisitions are on the younger side. And this is where great coaching can make all the difference. This is where a great basketball culture in the locker room can make all the difference. It's all about, we say chemistry, chemistry, chemistry. What does that mean? It means trust. It takes time to build trust. It takes time to understand your players and what they like, where to get them the ball, what makes them better. And once you get to that point, it's a liberating feeling because now you feel like, okay, guys, we've gotten through the murky waters. Now we can have some fun. We know who we are. We have an identity. Let's go out and be us.
Now, here's Grant. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Grant finds Zeller. Outside for Curry. Drops in the tray. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Markkanen. Back to Russell. Markkanen in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Curry against Smart. Shoots over Curry. Hits the front of the rim and out.
A very shaky start for them. After 4 attempts, they're still trying to find a target.
Morris with the ball. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That is his first foul of the game. 1:56 left in the first quarter. Zeller against Markkanen. Just 5 to shoot. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And Lopez gets it to go.
Well, the arms of Lopez go on forever, which is why he's able to create for himself deep.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And Robin Lopez, one of those dirty work type of big men, rebounding, defending, a lot of grit, setting screens. He does it all.
Yeah, unselfish. He does know his role. It just makes things easier for his teammates. Has his quirks, but has proven to be a great teammate.
Now, here is Russell. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's George. Kept alive. Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Grant against Russell. Lopez kicks to Zeller. Outside Curry. Here's Zeller. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Curry's shot is off.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
Let's not lie. He has the skills to do it. We've seen that, but you still like to work for something closer.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Smart. Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of this. The first free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And think about, Kevin, this talented 76ers team. Coach Brown helped shape and form the core of this roster. I mean, he's come up with the group much as they have grown under him.
Now, here is Russell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And you love how Russell keeps his eyes up. Rarely misses a guy when he's free.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Lopez right side. And Zeller kicks to Grant. The 76ers with another miss. Russell with a wide open look. And it's all evened up.
And smooth release from range. Russell can just do so many things for you.
Here's Zeller. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. 76ers lead by 2. And we'll get the second quarter.
That's something I relish.
And Greg, that's why his teammates love him.
Absolutely. You can tell Lopez really wants to make an impact on defense, on every possession.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
And really, for the whole first quarter, they've maintained their intensity. Let's see how long they can sustain it.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, they've got Curry, Cody Zeller out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Grant, and it's Morris in at the small forward. Robin Lopez out of Stanford, entering his second decade in the league. Chris, talk about his game.
Well, when you think about Robin's game, I mean, aggressive, unselfish. I mean, he's one of those dirty work players you love to have on your team, but you hate to compete against.
Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Grant down low. He's guarded by Russell. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Hits the three-point bomb.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Whiteside, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Every year there seem to be a few rookies, C-Web, who immediately show that they should have been drafted a lot higher. Why is there the difficulty in placing these guys where they should be drafted? Why are evaluations sometimes wrong?
Evaluations, they can be so iffy because of a team skill set. I tell a lot of players when they come into the NBA, don't be frustrated after your first year or second year if you haven't played the way that you want. In order to be a great basketball player, you have to have a great situation, a team that needs you to do certain things at certain times that you can do for them. And so I think why evaluating is so hard is because you're evaluating the player and then evaluating the unknown, how they fit in with these different pieces that have already been established on your team. And that's kind of the wild card. You can know if a guy can shoot, dribble, and pass, but how does it work with the other players on the team? And so there's some GMs that have missed out on a lot of great talent, but you can't beat them all up because there's so many moving parts into this evaluation that usually it's easier to get it wrong than right.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Well, it was the 76ers, their last game, a loss to New Orleans. Dallas calls timeout. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at the Celtics. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, Philadelphia, 7.5 games behind.
And seeing where the 76ers are, with the start they've had, they've taken what was such a hopeful preseason and turned the mood sour.
Well, it's clear they didn't do enough in the offseason to make any kind of major improvement. They're in for a long year.
Curry dishes to Morris. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Russell kicks to Smart. Russell against Grant. Back to Markkanen. From downtown, drills it from outside. Markkanen's got it back down to single digits for the man.
And that's the confidence his teammates want to see. Markkanen is adept at firing off the pass.
Grant the pass to Lopez. They get a hand on it. Morris finds Zeller. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Zeller's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And here's Smart. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And so we wrap up the first half. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. The second quarter was full of highlights for them, and as their play improved, so did their lead. They'll be carrying an 11-point edge into the second half.
Welcome back to Big D. A terrific look at this urban mecca deep in the heart of Texas, Dallas, Texas. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Curry has been sensational.
Yeah, and sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
Yeah, some of it is based on how the defense is playing you. He didn't force things. Instead, he rewarded his teammates.
We've got Russell. Markkanen is out there with Paul George. Then there's Whiteside, and it's Smart in at the 2. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Russell against Grant. Russell kicks to George. And stolen by Zeller. George against Morris. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Lopez passes to Morris. Shot clock at 6. Here's Grant. The Mavericks pull it in. Whiteside's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And look, when you watch Zeller play, his game is all about activity. He runs the floor extremely well for a 7-footer. And remember, he also registered one of the higher verticals at the combine the year he was drafted.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Outside Curry. Lets it go with a 3. Markkanen pulls it in. And Zeller drafted 4th overall. But to this point in his career, Chris, he's been mostly a role player.
Yeah, he needs to increase his shooting range the way that other bigs have. And even though he gives maximum effort every night, he has a hard time defending against quickness on the perimeter.
Here's Whiteside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
He hits the second from the line. When it came to a big man's responsibilities, you helped pave the way for so much change in that regard. But what are some of the big C-Web now doing that weren't done when you were playing?
I don't know, Kevin, if it was anything that they weren't doing, but it's the freedom to do it with consistency. So even if we talk about a Larry Bird who only could shoot maybe a 3.5 a game, let's just round it up to 2 threes a game. Well, now what if Larry Bird had the freedom to shoot 10 threes a game like guys do now? And so I think that the game has caught up with players' skill set as opposed to the skill set catching up with players' game. So no longer are you held to being a big man. now you can be a basketball player. And being a basketball player for Dirk Nowitzki is much better than him being a big man. Dirk Nowitzki, being a basketball player that he is, means that he is a threat wherever he is on the floor, because he's not just limited to a 2-foot box space there in the post. And for defenders like myself, I would much rather Dirk Nowitzki have to stay 2 feet in the post than to be able to shoot the ball whenever, wherever he wanted to. Because I tell you what, now you got a problem, because he can knock it down from anywhere and everywhere that he is.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, Brett Brown coached the Sixers team through some really lean years. Now, the promise started to show last season, but he said, I don't feel close to the notion that we've arrived. I'm hardened, just doing my job and moving forward. Kevin?
And continuing the process, D.A., thanks. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Grant against Russell. Grant kicks to Zeller. Pass to Curry. Back to Morris. The pass to Zeller. Fires for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Whiteside's got 8 rebounds in this game. Russell finds Whiteside. Now Smart takes a 3. Off target. And so it's Philadelphia holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his...
These guys are going to struggle guarding.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Mavericks trail by 8. Taking a look at the 76ers. We've got Zeller. Curry is out there with Grant. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Lopez in at the center, filling out the middle. Markkanen kicks to George. Here's Whiteside. Knocked away. Stolen by Grant. Now, here is Morris. Passes it to Zeller. Curry on the wing. And Smart over to help. Yep, that one goes. Lopez has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Philadelphia.
Well, there's only so much the D can do defensively. Lopez is extremely talented down in the paint.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Knocks it loose. Here's Markkanen on the money from 12 feet away.
The mid-range game of Markkanen is so sweet. I mean, early on, he's demonstrated how dangerous he is from out there.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Over in the corner, Zeller. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. He doesn't hit that one. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
It's been a rough game for him, but it won't sting too bad as long as they hang on to the lead.
Russell kicks to George. Smart wide open. He fires. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Showing his range. Smart spacing the floor.
Curry against Smart. Curry with it. Inside. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Grant, right side. Releases, trying to get open as Lopez. No good from Grant. And so George will bring it up for Dallas. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. The 76ers leading by 5. In the corner, it's Morris. Curry against Smart. Here's Curry. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Look at the connection Lopez has with this guy. They know when they lob it his way, he's going to complete the alley-oop.
Smart passes to Russell. The dish to Whiteside. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
That defense is as good as a block. I mean, what looks to be a layup turns into nothing.
Back to Grant. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And now a 9-point 76ers lead. George finds Russell. Lays it up and banks it in.
And happy to take it up inside. You see Russell under control and in charge.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Pass to Curry. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Grant against Russell. Pulls up, trying to get open is Lopez. Again, Philadelphia.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 9. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Seth Curry.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he can be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient.
Here's Bazemore. And here is Carter Williams. Back to Bazemore. The 3. The rebound by Johnson. Carter Williams against Grant. So Philadelphia wins it. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead